This episode of the podcast is sponsored by David Shapiro, Remax Around Atlanta Realty. David Shapiro, Remax Around Atlanta Realty, your best realtor in the Atlanta game. He knows Uptown, he knows East Town, he knows West Town, he knows all around the town. He'll show up early, he'll show up often. His David Shapiro, Remax Around Atlanta. His number's right here next to my face. Tash, who the hell we have on tonight?
They're from Nashville. Aaron, Dominick, and Andrew. They're going to rock your face off when you see them live. They're going to the Midwest. Check it out.
Hey, let's roll the motherfucking tape.
All right, welcome back to Indiebnb. Tonight we're joined by the band Veaux, all the way from Nashville, Tennessee. What's going on, guys?
Yo, what's up?
How y'all doing tonight?
Doing good, man. We're just hanging out.
Yeah,
these boys just got over here.
Good.
We haven't seen each other in a minute, so we're like catching up with each other with you guys.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, we're glad to have y'all on to catch up. Looks like I can see the guitar stand in the back. Y'all getting a little jam session tonight?
We probably should.
Yeah.
We probably should. We leave in tour in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Yep. First
Well,
tour.
hell, man. One place I always like to start sometimes on these interviews is band name. I mean, Veaux, very interesting. I'm assuming it's French, maybe. Y'all tell me about it. How about that?
Yeah. We moved to Nashville and we were like, all right, cool, clean slate, fresh start. Like, we want to do this thing right. Like, let's just kind of forget everything we thought we knew and like be open to learning things. And so changing the name was sort of part of that. And we were throwing around a bunch of ideas. And then somebody like, funnily, like it was like a joke, like suggested the name of a previous member of ours. His last name was Harvo. And we were like, oh, haha, all had a like big laugh about it. And then it was like, well, but like Veaux, like, I don't know. It's like really cool. Like it's got this symmetry to it. Like it's going to look great on a t-shirt. It's got a great ring in the ear. And then we looked it up and we found a definition for it that was like common people is what it means. Like is a definition of it in French. And so we were like, that's kind of us. Like it's kind of just who we were, just like
dudes playing
music.
Yeah, so we gave ourselves a timeline. We were like, hey, let's just give it like 2 weeks, and we couldn't think of anything that wasn't, it's typical band story. Like we couldn't think of anything that wasn't just completely humiliating. And then it looked. My wife is a graphic designer, and she was being real gracious and designing like all these T-shirts based on the band names we were coming up with, and that one honestly just looked the best on a T-shirt.
Hey, sometimes that's all it takes. And
yeah,
if you got the music to back it up, it doesn't matter.
Every band is just overglorified T-shirt salesmen.
That's right.
Play
some music.
That's all we're trying to do is sell some T-shirts. Every single one of us.
Well, how did y'all get started though? The three of y'all together.
Yeah, Dominick's my brother.
Mm-hmm.
So that was just kind of baked in.
I was around.
Yeah, and he never wanted to really be in any of my bands, but I'd always just like be like, hey man, just until I find somebody, like just hold it down on the drums. And it's been like, I think we've been playing in bands together it's been like 20 years now. Like just like making music together. I keep telling him that I'll find somebody someday. Andrew over here, we just met, and I judged him in a good way. No one ever talks about judging people in a good way. I judged him entirely because he was wearing like a pair of acid wash jeans. And I had known Drew through, I was friends with some of his cousins, and he was up in Colorado where we were from visiting, and Drew was wearing like these like acid wash jeans, and I was like, bro, no, like I'm just really into like dope fashion. And so it's just like, no one is wearing those right now. Like, I'm gonna be your friend. And we just hit it off, and we listened to similar music at the time, and just really got along. And so we just started making music together, kind of with no agenda. And it just one thing led to another. All of a sudden, there was plans to record and shows booked, and there. I don't really feel like there's ever like a conversation of like, oh, let's start a band right now. It just kind of was like, oh, I made like a Twitter page for us today. It's like, oh, we don't
to name our friendship.
Yeah, do we have a band name? No, I don't know. It just like kind of felt very organic. So we were all in a band together with some members that came and went for a while, and then we moved to Nashville, like you said. That was really just hey, let's like really take having a music career seriously. And so Veaux has been the last 4 years. We'll say 3 because we kind of lost a year from the pandemic, but Veaux has been like the last 4 years of us just really kind of making life out here in Nashville, making music.
Yeah, we've interviewed several people from Nashville, and everyone, people hear Nashville, first thing you think is country music. Right. What's it like to be a band in Nashville that's not a country artist?
We're kind of like, I don't know. There's definitely this like subgroup of artists and bands that sort of like Nashville is just the center hub for us all.
Right.
And so like the function of the town is just for us to all be in communication with each other. Like Nashville doesn't care about us. It doesn't really even know that we exist, but we're like,
but we're here.
We're here, and there's so many of us, and like it's I don't know, it's one of the industry parts of the town that like doesn't get a lot of press, but
it's alive.
Historically, it's a country town, and
so that's the like public face. The public face of Nashville is the country, but like once you get here, it's just music industry. Like just all flavors, all styles, whatever that means. Music industry is here.
It's more than just Broadway, is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Right. And honestly, like just the world that we occupy and the community that we're in, our brush up with country is so small. Like for the first few years I was here, I just forgot that was the thing that Nashville was known for, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a thing that like we were surrounded by and consciously aware of, that we were in like a historically country city. Now my day job is writing music, and most of what I'm writing for is country music, which is so like, okay, that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like on the publishing side of things, like being in the industry in that way, what the town has to offer is publishing. So that's been most of my run-in with country music kind of being in our world. But as a band, I think the entertainment industry is coming to Nashville, I think. And so it's been like a really good mix of a lot of stuff. Like hip hop's kind of on the rise here right now, slowly but surely. Nothing like Atlanta, of course, but it's coming.
We're pretty close to Atlanta though from here.
Yeah, I mean, we started following. We got suggested to start following the No Country for New Nashville page, and shows how much music's coming out of there that isn't country, and really good. But let's get back to y'all's music. What's sort of typical creative or writing process for y'all?
I usually will. I have a habit every day. We're currently in my studio at my workstation right now. I come downstairs every day and make just like 8-bar loops. Sometimes that turns into a chorus. Sometimes it turns into maybe a idea of a song. And I do that every day just as a discipline, as a practice. And it's become kind of just in a good way, kind of a monotonous routine that I like being in and want to be in, just to stay creative, to stay sharp. And so I kind of challenge myself to do that for, 8 to 16 bars max at least. And I let them kind of sort through the ideas that have begun, that they like and are speaking to them on a big level. And then we kind of just go from there and build it, and they kind of destroy the original idea that I had and make it better. And we just kind of grow from there.
Interesting. You know, it seems like most of the bands we talk to starts with some kind of jam sesh that
Yeah.
just, you know, spirals out. But that's definitely a unique way. We haven't heard anybody.
Yeah.
It wasn't a solo artist that, you know, does it that way. So
Yeah.
There are other times, like there are a few songs we've had that like get as close to jam sesh start as we get.
Yeah.
And that just means that me and Dominic or Dominic is in the room while Aaron is writing a new 8-bar, but it's all sort of in box, and it all starts with a beat, and it all starts with like a groove. Like we're never just playing music. It's happening. I don't know, it's happening here at the console, and then we're all like throwing in ideas. Like if it doesn't just start with Aaron, like
yeah, and I think my fear is when it comes to, like, I think bands get together and jam, and I think my interest in music and in writing is to try different sounds and different ideas, and so I'm inspired by like a sound on one of the synthesizers, or even like a guitar thing, or I mean, most of our new record is started with like I mess around with the bass a lot, and like I have like a bass hook or something like that, and like just like a drum beat. My fear is like when it's born out of jamming is that like every song on the record will sound the same. Like I feel like my instincts when I just like pick up the guitar and play are just gonna be like in a very small window of vibe. You know what I mean? Like yeah. Like I just don't know how to like coax a new brave thing out of me. Like whereas like if I'm on a synth, I'll literally just sit there and mess with knobs and like search for a sound to be like, oh, that's cool. And I'll like play a lick that I just would have never arrived at, or you know what I mean? So I think that's where the inspiration comes from me. Even sometimes from there, I try to pay attention to what these guys do in like a sound check. Like Dominic will have a drum groove or something that he plays in every sound check. And I'll be like, we should just use that. Obviously you enjoy playing that way. So I'll kind of like sit down and like kind of think of like, oh, Dominic would love playing this groove for 4 minutes, you know what I mean? Or Drew's been playing this riff in a thing for the last like however long. Like, and so it kind of in that way is born out of jamming. Like I'm kind of subconsciously collecting like, oh, the habits of my band members that I know like will, you know, kind of tap into something that they naturally do.
Yeah, that way you don't just, you know, like if I picked up my guitar, I probably like first chord I play is a B minor every time.
Right. Yes. That's my favorite chord. It's amazing.
Get stuck into it.
Yeah, absolutely. Every time.
Well, yeah, that's a good, you know, little segue into our song spot of y'all's. We chose "If You Could Feel My Love." You know, I think it's y'all's biggest song y'all got out. You know, kind of take us from beginning to end on that one, on the creation of that song, and you know, any inspirations or any cool little tips and tricks that came out of it.
Yeah, that was pretty fresh into us coming to Nashville. And I don't know, man. I think we were really just trying to find our footing here. And I think when people first move to a music town like that, there's just a lot of pressure to come up with something great. A hit, even though none of us have hits, but you know, something that streams more than 8 streams. Feels like a hit. And so I had pitched this idea to the guys, and we were all living together at the time. All of us and our wives moved into a house together for the first year we were in Nashville. So there's 6 of us in a house, and our wives are amazing, patient, gracious people.
Pray for them.
Yes. But I pitched to them this idea. There was one night we were all going to bed, and I said, hey, tomorrow, let's wake up and let's just give ourselves, I think it was like something like, let's give ourselves like 30 minutes to write a song, as much of a song as we can, like a chorus or something, and then let's move on. And let's do that like as many times as we can in like a 9 to 5 work day. Let's just be on the grind all day, coming up with the most solid ideas we know how to come up with. And I am getting ready to meet them downstairs for that session. And I was in the shower and I had that idea, like, if you could feel my love, you never let go. Like I had the chorus like kind of in my head. So I come downstairs, I'm like, oh, I have an idea to kind of get started. And I kind of played that whole chorus. Like it came to me, and I'm like, let's just like spend 30 minutes on this. And Dominick was like, no, let's just work on this all day. And I'm like, no, like let's just give it the 30 minutes and let's move on. He's just like, no, like I'm gonna quit the band right now if this is not the only thing that we do today. Like, don't care about what the plan is. We're just gonna work on this song today. And I was super frustrated with them. But yeah, that song just came really fast, and like I don't really think we even thought anything of it. And I think it was even a song that we had put out with no marketing. We didn't do any video for it. I think the cover art of it was like a stock photo we found. Like literally just like made the song. We co-produced it with a buddy of ours and put it up, and it just like people were into it. Yeah, it was the most organic, frustrating process that every band hates hearing the story from another band that way, but it's been our most successful song and probably honestly our least amount of effort put into a song. But it actually has so much love and meaning. I don't want to like make it devoid of meaning. It means a lot to us, like the content of it, and it's our favorite to play live. It's a really emotional, beautiful song.
That's why
these guys are both very introverted people, and so I was really inspired by them, and their relationships with their wives were pretty new, and it was just kind of like this I don't know, fictional, non-fictional perspective of just like, oh man, like both of these guys are just such like deep thinkers and feelers that I think a lot of times if that idea with their wives and their relationships, if people could feel the love that they had, they wouldn't question it so much, but they're so quiet, both of them, that people are like, oh, like, what are you thinking? What are you feeling? And like, you know what I mean? And so it was really just like, oh man, like my band, like that's just a really interesting perspective. You know what I mean? Like, I'm closest to them out of anyone in the world, obviously besides my wife and my son, but I was just really inspired just by that idea.
Yeah, so that's why we love doing the song spotlight. You get, things you never learn about the song without asking. But you mentioned that song being great live, so I'm gonna kick this over to Grant to talk a little bit about the live show.
Yeah, guys. I mean, I guess whenever we have not had the pleasure over here in Atlanta yet, and I say yet because we're waiting for a text or a call. Hey, we're coming down and we're playing at this place. You better believe we'll be there.
Yeah.
But all right. Hey, what's something that somebody if you're going to walk up to somebody and say, hey, yeah, I'm in a band, they're like, oh, cool. Like, what do you guys like live? Like, what is that picture that you'd ideally want? And how do you love to see connect with the audience and be in the live show?
Yeah. I think our live show is the moneymaker. I'm sure there are a lot of bands that are like that. But I think it's just a real great representation of who we are as people, individually and collectively. Like I think it's fun. I think it's relaxed. I think it's energetic. I think it's the gambit of emotions that every band wants in their live show. But it's easy. And I love the fact that we can go on stage and it's easy. It feels just like we're just sitting around doing this. Like that is what it feels like. It's just everybody can be involved. Sometimes Aaron takes off his guitar and just puts it in the crowd and they just play his guitar while we're playing on stage. Like and honestly it doesn't matter. Like just take the pressure off of it, and it's so much fun, and we always just have so much fun on the road, and people really, I feel like they really do connect with us so well before and after we play, because I don't feel like there's any change in us before we're on stage or after we're on stage. We're the same guys. We want to hang out and give you our drink tickets before and after the show. We want to go and get your local diner at 2 a.m. after the show. Like that's what we are. Like, and so like I think the live show is just an extension of us going to your local diner at 1 in the morning.
I like it.
Yeah, and I think it's probably a bit of a surprise to people. Like it's a lot more rock and roll than we come across on a record. You know what I mean? Like I think our stuff is really in the more pop R&B lane, and there's some like indie rock kind of vibes in there. But like we were all, you know, kids that grew up listening to like Under Oath. You know what I mean? And that's our point of reference for sure. We were like the kids that were friends, you know, like they were putting on like hardcore shows in the basement kind of thing. And so like I think probably the most shocking thing to people is like we hit really hard. You know what I mean? Like we're not trying to be like that cool low-key pop act when we're hitting a stage, you know what I mean? Like we were that band that was either being booked with like an acoustic act on one end of us and then like the most hardcore death metal act on the other side of us, you know what I mean? And so like our thing was just like, all right, like we just got to give them the most fun show we can possibly give them right now. And so I think that's probably the most surprising thing to most people.
That's interesting. Under Oath, man. Based on what I heard earlier, and you told me that you guys are inspired by your live performances, inspired by Under Oath. That as my
I would just say it's really big. We just try to go really big, and I think the guitars are big. Like we just love playing hard. So it's not like we're screaming like Under Oath, but I think our point of reference when it comes to like stage presence is we just want the gestures to be big. And I'm standing on his drum kit, and Drew's almost hitting me in the face with his like headstock. Like it is a really passionate show. You know what I mean? Like we just kind of come from that world of letting you watch the show. Yeah,
I like it. You know, it's funny. We talk about like it's just unexpected. Tash and I went to visit one of the people we've interviewed before, Caroline Kingsbury. And so she was playing it like as a Wednesday show at the Masquerade. So I'm sure you guys, that's a pretty metal venue that we have here in Atlanta. And I was like, but I've seen other shows there. So I was like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
And like we walk in and this band we just interviewed, Fury and Few, opened up, and I go, Tash, I think we're in a metal show. He goes, no, we're not. I go, yeah, we are, dude. Just wait. And Caroline's this like synth pop lady, like 80s, like you could plop her in the middle of the 80s and she'd be right there opening up her Depeche Mode. And like she sang her songs, and like everyone in the crowd like really got into it. It was a good change up. So I think I'm excited now just to be like, hey, we go big. Like that's I think that the big a huge thing for me. Like I mean, my first concert was Hell Yeah. So like I'm a metalhead, awesome. You know. But that's very, very cool. So you know, kind of transition. Obviously, you know, you guys have a video out. You know, I saw what's the inspiration for You Make My Heart Go. I mean that video with you know, it's in somebody's basement. Like what's going on there?
Yeah, it's actually in like a paint factory, like a working active paint factory that this family owns in Nashville. And what was the inspiration of that video? I think that was just another time of there's a website that is kind of like the Airbnb of creative spaces, and we just look through it every once in a while, and they had that paint factory on there, and we were like, dope, we should just go film a video, we should do these scenes. And we have a buddy, his name's Sean Hagwell, and he's done most of our video work throughout our career in other bands and now in this band, of course. And we just kind of grabbed him in an afternoon and took a camera and just made that video. And I think it cost us like maybe $100 to make all in.
Yeah, the lights were already programmed from our live show, but like nobody had ever seen that before. So we're like, let's put it in a video. We actually picked the worst day of the year to do it. It was like a plus 100 day. And I mean, this is like 100-year-old building. There's no AC. It's in a part of the factory that nobody uses anymore.
It's got no windows.
And so like, they
made us sign a waiver as well because
the ground was dirt.
There's like a basement.
100-year-old dirt and asbestos.
Yeah, there's like a basement that we shot in, and then a couple other rooms. But the basement that we shot in, it felt like the building would cave in on you at any moment. And there's another part that we filmed in where I'm like playing the piano.
But that felt like you could fall through the floor.
But it's like just like wood planks. It's like 2x4s on the floor, and they're just like we had to sign a waiver to use the spot.
All right, some danger in the music video business. I like it. That's cool.
I think we had started shooting the video at 1 o'clock, and by 6 o'clock that night, it was done and uploaded and ready to go. as is.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's like, the turnaround time on, some of these videos we talk with, like people like, yeah, it took us like 3 days to do it, or it took us 2 hours. That's like just such a cool part of, if it's not a huge production and, we don't have millions of, record people and producers and they all involved, like something creative can be made in such a small amount of time. Like similar to, y'all was talking about that song earlier, like, I think it's something, really cool that when there's not a lot of hands in it, I think that like, you lose that as as the band gets bigger. But, when you're in this state now, it's like, we can create cool stuff quickly and like at a rapid pace. And it's awesome,
And I think bands forget that that's probably better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think the further we get in the industry and the more hands we've had and stuff, I think we are getting back to I think bands can talk about that and almost like this, well, let's just make do with what we have until something better comes along. And I'm coming to this perspective of like, no, that is the thing. Like, keep going with as few people and as few things as possible for the rest of your career, and you'll probably be better. You know what I mean? Like, and so I think we used to see doing a video like we did as that was just like not a shortcut, but just like an appeasement of like, oh, well, we can't do any better than this. Like, let's just get it done. And now it's like, no, this is actually really cool. Like, it's inspiring to kind of think of the combinations and the ways that you can go about that kind of thing in the simplest way and kind of communicate the feeling of your song in the simplest way. And so we're trying to adhere to that as much as possible.
I like it. Well, I want to transition to the simplest thing that we do on this show. It is Pete Peterson's party pack of questions. It's 20 questions in a row. We will go Dominic, Aaron, and then Andrew, and then we'll go in that route. So I'll give you, it's going to be a this or that, so it'll be quick. But Pete Peterson's party pack of questions. Here we go. Band bow, cake or pie. What are you going with?
What is that?
Cake or pie.
I'm goodness. What kind of cake?
Doesn't matter.
God, oh boy. Who made the pie? I'm gonna go with cake. I'm gonna go with chocolate cake. I love chocolate cake.
Cake. All right. Let's go.
Me?
Oh yeah.
Pie.
Oh yeah. We're going all three.
Apple
pie.
Cake. All day.
All right. Okay. Would y'all rather be a ninja or a pirate?
Pirate.
Oh, ninja, pirate.
You're gonna kick me out of the band.
Pirates have more fun, it feels like.
Yeah. You go more places. You do more crazy things. Ninja, you gotta wait around for somebody to hire you. Like, oh yeah,
it's a lot of work.
All right. Lemons or limes? What do you like better?
Probably lemons. I use them on more things like fish.
Limes on tacos.
Limes.
Okay.
Stay sharp, man. Chestnut cheddar.
All right. Would I catch you guys in your swim trunks at the beach more likely or at the pool more likely?
I just had swim trunks on not 2 hours ago before I got here. But more likely at the beach than the pool, actually.
Okay.
Beach.
I think pool. I'm more likely to like have intended to go swimming when I was at the pool than at the beach.
Okay. I like it. Okay. All right. Would you guys rather have a night in or a night out on the town?
Night in. Every time.
11 out of 10 times.
Talking to 3 married men. Makes sense. All right.
Night outs are expensive. They catch up very quickly. It's unbelievable.
I think it was always that way, though.
Yeah.
That's what got us into recording music was preferring a night in.
Yeah, it keeps us still not spending money.
My thing is like we all are like pretty big fans of whiskey, and we can just buy some whiskey and have a cheaper night in and more fun, and we all like each other, than to like go out and risk the fact that you may like run into some like drunk prick at some bar that's like making fun of like. Nah, man, night in always.
Night in. All right. I like it. All right. Tenders or wings? What do you guys like better?
I'm a tenders guy. Boneless for me.
Wings.
Overall, it's got to be tenders, I think.
Okay, all tendies.
I really want to say wings, but it's tendies.
All right.
It's tendies.
Ranch or blue cheese? What do you dip in your tenders or wings in?
Depends on what part of the country it was made.
Nashville hot.
I think I'm gonna go with ranch. I've just had some really life-changing ranch dressing on Midwest tours.
Yeah.
So I have to go with ranch there.
I actually don't dip in either, but if I'm gonna pick ranch.
Yeah, I like a blue cheese, but like the
So
I don't know, there's like a really wide spectrum of like kinds of blue cheeses and good and bad. So like I never want to take the risk. I never want to risk a bad blue cheese.
Yeah.
So it's ranch.
Okay, we can call you guys the Hidden Valley Boys if we wanted to. I like it. All right.
I think that was fine.
Sunrise or sunset? What do you guys like better?
Sunset. I'm just more familiar. If I'm seeing the sunrise, like something has gone horribly wrong. A lot of decisions were made that made me get to that point. I'm not doing it.
No, I'm a sunrise person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm a sunrise, but for the opposite reason of Dom. Well, for like the same, but like opposite, because I never see the sunrise. So any time that I do see the sunrise,
You're up. You're just still up.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like special because I never get to see it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. You guys believe in aliens?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Why not?
100%. Is love at first sight real?
Yes. Do you guys not remember being in like 8th grade?
Where are those girls?
Like
I don't know.
I don't know.
Does nobody else
I don't know
remember
about
that?
love. Like I think love is like a fully developed like
Right.
flower. Like the
Right.
seed of love is
Yes. that's
available at first
to you at
sight, but like the bouquet of love is not available to you at first sight.
Wow, that's an awesome analogy. You guys should write a song about that.
on this seed of love.
Seed of love. It's got a double entendre too, because that also is funny. So, all right, you guys ever heard of circus peanuts? They're the big orange peanuts you can get at the gas station. You guys fancy that?
Yeah, those are gross.
Candy, right?
Yeah.
That's candy.
Yeah.
I can't even believe you brought that up. Everybody hates those. Everybody I've ever talked to, I fucking love them so.
They're so gross.
That is like my favorite candy, and they've stopped like selling them at places. Like they're just slowly dying away because everyone in the world.
You have just made Grant's life.
I fucking told you there are other like circus peanuts. And I keep asking the question, so there's an army of us to overthrow your nonsense.
Is there always like one in every band that loves them?
No.
Most people were like, "What the fuck are y'all? What are you talking about?" Like this lady from England was like, "I've never heard of those in the history of Everdom," and I'm
I've
like,
stopped
send you a
bringing
link.
them up because people have stopped understanding what I'm talking about. So I'm just like, I've given up like even asking people.
Yeah, like everyone on tour
Orange
has
hat
their,
through it all.
everyone on tour has their like, guilty pleasure snacks, and I feel like Drew would just eat like pork rinds and circus peanuts.
Oh my God, pork rinds is another question that I almost asked y'all earlier. Oh man, wow.
And those are snacks that no one is gonna like steal from him at all. Those are all him.
That's also true. That's right. All right, waffles or pancakes? You guys hitting the International House, or you guys going to the House of Waffles?
Oh man. I think Waffle House. I think waffles for me.
Waffles.
Okay, I'm getting some triple waffles here.
Oh, fancy.
Staying in the breakfast arena. Donuts or bagels?
Donuts.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You can get a dozen. Make these three happy. I like it. Red wine or white wine?
Red.
Ooh, who's drinking white wine?
I don't know.
I don't. So many people, so many more people that drink red wine. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I'm starting to understand that wine is like a time and place thing. Like I was like very anti. I thought like rosé was just like white girl stuff. And this summer in Nashville, of course, we're in the South. It's really hot, and my wife had brought rosé to a picnic. It was like 102 degrees out, and it made me understand. It made me understand rosé because I was like, I can't drink a beer right now. Like I'm gonna feel terrible and hot. Can't like drink some like hard alcohol. Like rosé was like the perfect refreshing, and I can also like kind of get drunk off my ass. And so I was just having this conversation about red or white last night with the guy that mixes our songs, and he hates white wine, but he said he had it recently with some salmon, and it blew his mind.
Probably with the lemon on it.
Because you're supposed to have white wine with seafood.
Yeah, you pair it with a nice seafood. I like that. I like that. All right, queso or guac? Let's head south of the border. What are we going with there? Queso or guac?
Queso for me.
Guac.
Guac.
Guac. Okay.
Yeah.
I have queso more frequently, I think, than guac.
Yeah.
I like it. Coffee or tea?
Tea. I hate coffee with everything.
Coffee.
It smells like dirt water to me. I just can't. I can't do it. I've tried so hard. I can't get past the smell. It's not good for me.
I'm pretty split. It's coffee in the morning, tea in the afternoon, every day.
I wish.
Wow.
No.
I like it. Okay. Cats or dogs?
Cats for me.
Dogs.
Cats, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Salad or soup?
Soup.
I don't know if those. I get that they go together sort of on a menu, but like I don't know, like a soup can be like a real meal. The salad is like I don't know. Salad's like a pretend meal. Like you got for a salad to be a full meal, you have to have like a huge bowl full of salad. Like there's not a lot there. Yeah. So soup. It's got to be soup.
I'll say soup. I think I eat like a salad and a half a year, so I gotta go with soup.
The only salad I would get like on top of a burger, maybe.
Take it right.
All right. When you guys walk into a party, each of you guys, and your jam comes on, are you more likely to bust out the worm or the robot?
More likely to leave. I get I just like awkward moonwalk out of the party.
Okay.
So yeah, moonwalk. Worm or robot? Robot.
Yeah, probably the robot as well, because I can only do the worm backwards.
Okay. I don't want to back in anybody.
If I just learned it wrong or something, but I can only go backwards from what everybody else goes like feet to head. I go head to feet.
I can't do the worm out.
It's painful now. I can't do it in my 30s. Like I did it one time and knocked the air out of myself, put a rib out of place. It's like it's not a joke.
No, not for the faint heart.
I like it. All right. Final question of Pete Peterson's party pack of questions. I'll get one from each of you guys here. Who is a band that we might not know that we ought to check out? One from each. Let's hit it.
Oh man.
But you don't know.
That we might not know. I don't know if we know them.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's still together. I need to think of. I'm like thinking of all these like legendary bands that are not to get like local legends. Wow, this shouldn't be a hard question now. This is literally like the only kind of people we hang out with.
It's one I just can't remember the name of the band.
That's unfortunate for
I
them
know,
right now
yeah.
in this moment.
All right, just give me one collectively. There we go. We'll get one collectively.
Probably like something like February Simon or something.
Nah, they're not. Yeah, I mean, a band that's still together. I mean, we're about to play at the Glass Age. They're dope.
Glass Age.
The Glass Age. We're about to play a couple of shows with them. Jeremy Spring used to be in this band called Abandoned Kansas that is like the only reason that I tour, play music, and what I do. Is I learned everything from them. I just stole everything from them growing up. And so we're buds now. The other one is like Charlotte Sands.
Charlotte Sands.
Charlotte Sands.
He's a local artist here. He's fantastic.
No longer local. I mean, she's putting out. She's on tour with Youngblood, like this month, and she's doing big things.
Yeah. So she's on the up and up. But we played like some shows with her.
Yeah,
it was all just.
It's just a song coming out the end of the month with Taking Back Sunday in the Main. Like she's killing it. Yeah, man, amazing.
Awesome. We'll have to check out the Glass Age, Abandoned Kansas, and Charlotte Sands.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, Tash, I'm going to toss it back to you. These guys conquered Pete Peterson's party pack of questions. We'll wrap this thing up in a little bow here.
On the top and our conquerors now. But Dominick, Aaron, Andrew, it's been a pleasure having you all on. To all the listeners, go check them out. Basically anywhere that music can be found. Y'all going on a Midwestern tour? What, Tulsa, Wichita, and Joplin in February? Is that right?
Yep.
Anyone that's listening, if you're near there, go get a ticket. Go see these guys. Apparently, they're going to rock your faces and melt them off.
Yes.
But it's been a pleasure having y'all on, and hopefully we can see y'all live soon.
Guys, thanks for having me so much. Appreciate you.
Y'all take care.
Take care.
Peace, guys.